Welcome everyone to a new episode of No Name Podcast. I'm your host for this week, Manny, joined by my co-host for this week, Ricky. How you guys doing today? This is episode 69. We got a couple different things for you, such as PlayStation, NFL, and some Marvel-related topics. Ricky, how you doing this week?
You're a little chippity into this week.
Yeah.
Something. Trying
Yep.
trying something new.
Yep. Trying something new. Trying to get a radio job.
Seriously?
No.
I was gonna say.
No. That'd be hilarious. Imagine me. This is 97 9K win the bull. No, that'd be actually kind of dope. Let's talk to him.
But anyways, it has been, how can I say it? A very fun, interesting week. This week's gonna be more fun, I guess, more interesting to say the least. That's on a lot of factors and all that stuff. We had some good things, some crazy stuff. Manny spoiled Monday Night Raw for me.
Yep. Because
We already know. I already knew the outcome, and we already knew and all that stuff. But the fact I wanted to see it, believe it, Manny kind of screwed that for me in a way. And
I let my excitement.
he let his
my
excitement get to him.
take
Well,
hold.
because here's also the one thing about Manny. Manny doesn't care about spoilers.
I do not know.
He really doesn't. And then but at the same time, he doesn't know how to. I'm not gonna say it in a bad. I'm not saying it in a bad way, though. I'm not saying this in a bad way or anything. He doesn't respect that people who do care about spoilers or don't want to be spoiled by anything. It happened twice in the last week and all that stuff. One I was able to avoid it, and because I already knew it and all that stuff.
Which one?
When you posted one of the games that got announced at the show on the PlayStation Showcase, you put it in the topic.
You watched it. That's why.
Huh?
I thought you saw that one. That's why.
No, I didn't. That's the funny part, though. See, that was the funny part. The day of the showcase, which is actually gonna be our first topic of the show too. I posted in the group chat that this is happening today. I'm not watching it. I'm watching it after I get off work and all that stuff. So no spoilers, please. And then literally after I put that in the group chat, I literally automatically thought, man, he's not gonna see this, and he's gonna post something from the showcase and all that stuff.
Yeah.
He posts it on the podcast group chat. And I was like, this was towards the end of me working of my my 9 to 5, and I had saw it. I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna look at it. I'm gonna look at it after I see the showcase. I see what I watched the showcase and everything because I did it I posted it on my YouTube channel and everything also. And then soon as I get off the showcase, I finish that. I go on the group chat, and it's one of the things from the showcase. And I literally text in there and be like, I am so glad I saw this after the showcase. I would have been pissed. I would have been pissed.
Didn't I also do like a character reveal, right? Like a character art, right?
We'll talk
like
about
roughly the same time.
We'll talk about it when we get into the showcase topic.
Yeah.
And all that stuff. But there was that, and then of course Monday Night Raw and everything.
Yeah.
That
was more excitement though than I think Ricky should see this.
Yeah, because the thing is though, it's like Manny's out of the two of us, Manny is more the wrestling fan than I am. But there are certain things in wrestling I do like and care about and do want to see if depending on what it is. Big E cashing his money in the bank and winning the title was that one for me.
Yeah.
And all that stuff. But I haven't watched it yet because one, what was I doing? I was doing something besides that.
Oh, okay.
Besides that, I was also doing stuff for my YouTube channel. And then I left to go do something family wise while still having the radio game playing. And then so I was like, I have Raw already recorded and all that stuff. So I was like, I'll just skip straight to it so that way I just watch it and all that stuff. And once I'm done, then Manny texts something. He shares it, and I thought it was something I thought it was for the group chat. No, it was a direct message, and it shows Big E winning the title. I'm like, you fucking. I was so pissed. I was literally pissed.
Like so much because I sent it, and I sent like an emoji of like a dude like hyping out.
Yeah.
And then you didn't respond, and I was like, is he not excited?
and all that stuff.
It was like Biggie just catched it.
And
I
then
was like, how is he not
what did I
excited?
put? I don't know.
I don't know what you put.
Oh wait, my phone's right here. Never mind. Hold on. Give me a sec. I thought I didn't
Yeah.
have it near me. But no, I was like, I had saw that and I was so pissed. And then I was like, spoiler, bro. I was actually going to watch it.
Oh, okay.
And you're like, my bad. Oh, and I put shake my head. And then you put unfortunate. Was that for the Raider game specifically?
Yeah. That was for
Yeah, because I didn't understand
when
that
you
at
guys were
all.
going for. Which one was it?
I think that was
Oh,
when we got the interception. The interception.
yeah. That was the interception in the end zone.
See, so because you sent that, and I didn't know if that was relating to thread still or that because I was watching the
That
game
was still-
because I was watching the game when that
yeah.
happened, and normally I was like, so like because normally I don't watch football. I don't watch football honestly. Unlike but yesterday was the exception. One, it's Monday night. Two, I'm a Raiders fan and all that stuff and everything. So of course I'm gonna watch that and all that stuff. And the game was actually good.
Mine was two exceptions. One, my mother's a Raiders fan. She had the game on,
Well,
and
yeah,
two, it was against the Ravens,
yeah,
and I
that's
had to see the Ravens lose. I
yeah,
mean, yeah, I had to see the Ravens
yeah.
lose.
He had to see the Ravens lose. That's all he cared
Yeah,
about. Especially when he
yeah.
posts on
Pretty much.
Instagram saying
Oh, the Nevermore.
Nevermore. I was like, this fucking dude disrespecting Edgar Allan Poe like that. Come on.
He is from Baltimore. That's why they're called the Ravens,
I
actually.
don't care.
Apparently they do. I
Um,
don't know.
but yeah, so I was like, okay. I was like, so I didn't. That's why I didn't respond to it when you put that. I was like, I'm not gonna respond. I'm not gonna try to confuse that.
That makes sense. Because I was like, ooh, damn, unfortunate. And then
Yeah,
you like, I saw you seen it, and I was like, oh, I guess he doesn't care that much. It's okay.
and all that stuff, and everything. So that yeah, football. Like, of course, yeah, football season's back and all that stuff. But then again, it's like football. Though college football this past week in college football was awesome. Um, well, not I didn't get to watch most, of it, but seeing the results for that was pretty. Well, wait, no, I did watch a game on Sunday. Surprisingly, that Browns game was interesting.
Oh, okay.
That Browns
Oh,
game.
yeah.
Well, I
Were
no,
they?
I actually watched. It was that game, and then I watched the Rams game, the Sunday night game. So
Oh, you did?
I had it playing in
Did
the
you see
back.
the Falcons game?
I had it playing in the background. Wait, what?
You see the Falcons game?
No, I just said the games I
No.
watched.
Oh,
And if you don't remember,
yeah. No.
the Falcons game was a 10 a.m. game. Where was I at 10 a.m. on a Sunday?
Oh, yeah. You were at church. Yeah.
Exactly.
I mean, I was there virtually.
We're more focused on the game than you were on the live stream.
Nah, Falcons game was very interesting.
Wait, what?
I think service is more interesting than the Falcons game. Yeah. I was like, I'll watch service instead. Who else played? Oh, Titans played, right?
They lost.
Uh, Texans lost, I think, right?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't remember most of the games. I just know that I only remember the 3 games I watched, and that's it. I'm not gonna because like here's because the one thing the reason why I so the Browns game is because of the fact that when I saw because I did check scores that day and I saw that the Browns were leading and it was on TV. I was like, okay, I'll put this on. And then all of a sudden the Chiefs came back and I was like, okay, still a good game though.
Yeah, it was. It was.
And then
Chiefs were the Chiefs.
for the Rams game, the reason why I watched that because it was Stafford's first. Got traded
Makes
from Detroit.
sense.
So because like the thing was, I was actually kind of interested in it for the fact because like I bet you, I was like thinking to myself, like I bet he will do so much better playing on the Rams now that he's no longer in Detroit because he is a good quarterback. And boy, was I right.
I didn't see the game.
He popped off that game. He popped off.
Feels like our defense.
$110 out of that thing.
Oh, really? Do you use FanDuel?
FanDuel.
Dude, that sucks. We can't use FanDuel over here.
Well, you can't use FanDuel for like betting, but you can do like fantasy stuff.
Yeah, that stinks. I wish you were able to bet with FanDuel.
That's the only thing. Well, it has to be legalized in the state. So once that happens,
Yeah,
so like one
destroy
sooner or later
it.
it's gonna happen, but it's for let's we'll cross that bridge when we.
Yeah.
Oh, that's why. Okay, cool. Um,
Yeah. So
new
moving
iPhone,
on.
new iPhone got
Oh,
announced
really?
today. Yeah,
Oh, yeah. The
the
12,
13, the 13.
13. I don't know. Okay.
The funny part, because funny story, and if she happens to watch this episode of all things, sorry, not sorry. So my mom calls
Oh,
me Saturday
oh, I
and
didn't know
everything.
your mom watched these episodes.
I'm saying if she did watch this episode
Oh,
out of all of them, if like for the first time since this one, sorry, not sorry. She calls me and then she's like, "What's up?" And I'm like, "What's up?" She's like, "Hey, when does that new iPhone come out?" I was like, "I don't know. It gets announced on Tuesday." She's like, "Oh, really?" I was like, "Yeah. Are they gonna the 12 mini? Are they gonna keep that model?" I'm like, either yes or they will replace it with the new model, the 13 version. Like there'll be a 13 mini and all that stuff.
yeah.
And she's like, "Oh yeah, because I'm thinking about getting that." I was like, "Getting what? The 12 mini?" I'm like, "Why?" And she's like, "It looks." I saw it. And it looks cute. I'm like, "No."
It
I was like, she's like,
does look cute. I'm not gonna lie.
I was like, I was like, I will like the new phone gets announced on Tuesday. We'll see what the model lineup will look like when they announce it and stuff, and I'll let you know. He's like, okay. I watched the event. I watched the event. 13, the 13 model will have a mini, a regular, a pro, and a pro max as always, and all that stuff. Um,
Yeah.
I had a conversation with my sister the night before last night and all that stuff. Um, and I brought it up to her, and she was like, we were talking about it and all that stuff, and we were saying like how it's because it's an all touchscreen phone. The thing is, and I was like, I don't want to deal with being support for my mom on trying to figure out how to go back to her home screen and all stuff with an all touchscreen on an iPhone, no less, and everything. Um, so then I text. So then, like after the event, after thinking about it, I texted her because we have a group chat and everything. And this is what I text. This is what I text. So after serious consideration, reviewing the next iPhone model, and further discussion with my sister, dot 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 dot, I have decided that it is not in the best interest for mother to get an iPhone Mini. I was dying
So
laughing.
she's gonna get like a regular.
So she has an I no, because she has an iPhone. She has the
Oh, snap.
so she has the iPhone SE. And which one what the model is that one is more of like the old school style model iPhones with that had the home button on it,
Hmm.
but it's more updated with more modern technology, text
Yeah,
text
yeah,
and all that stuff. So she has that phone and she should be fine with that phone.
yeah.
And all that stuff. And I was and I was because I was telling my sisters like, didn't she just get that phone like last year and all that stuff? I think my sister was like, I think yeah. I was like, well, then why does she need and all that stuff? Like for her, like for my mom, like me being the person that's willing to do a phone every year, which I haven't though. Wow, and all that stuff. Even I know that's not a from knowing my mother, getting a new phone is not ideal.
She has to relearn everything, huh?
Mom, I love you. If you somehow end up somehow watching this, but you don't need that.
I think
All
she
right?
should get it.
I love you, but no. I
So
don't.
some. I'm just gonna. Oh, yeah.
Before we keep continuing, because I just want to say this, I don't understand how an iPhone Pro Max with a terabyte hard drive in it is freaking $1,600 full price.
Paying for the name.
That is crazy.
You're
That is
paying for.
wait what?
I was like, you are paying for the name.
You're paying for the name. Well, I mean,
Yep.
like
Yeah.
terabyte hard. I mean, a terabyte hard drive. It's freaking Apple's own proprietary like CPU stuff and all that stuff. How it makes it run and everything. It's their own stuff.
Mhm.
and all that stuff. The screen is nice. The freaking camera's like three different things that can do so many things now and all that stuff. It does Dolby Vision, HDR.
Really?
Yeah. I will say
Wow.
though, on the standard iPhone, it's nice to see that the standard uh the first tier model, like the low end one, is 128 gigs now. I will give them props on that for upping that because I don't think 64 would have cut it and all that stuff. But anyways, yeah, let's move on. I'm done.
Moving over to the PlayStation Showcase. I was gonna say Showdown. There's a minor one I want to talk about that's not on the actual doc. What were your thoughts about Gran Turismo 7?
I don't care for it. I mean, I
Uh,
the only
I was
reason
awesome.
so I only put the big ones because those are the big ones out of the showcase. I know there's other things in
Yeah, yeah,
there and all that stuff. And everything that's on there because like here's the thing. Here's the thing of did you have anything else to say before I go on a thing about it?
yeah. I'm good.
Just you just want to ask about Gran Turismo.
I wanted to ask what your opinion was. Yeah.
Okay, here's my opinion on Gran Turismo. Really, um, if my dad was still into games, he would probably enjoy this because he used to play the first ones, the first two on PlayStation. Um, I have
Seems like a cool dude.
uh, for me, it doesn't excite me, and I think that's because of Forza. Forza looks so much like Forza is something that's excelled Gran Turismo in a way, and especially of the fact that whether it's Motorsport, which is more in the line of Gran Turismo, or even Horizon, which is now more of this open world style kind of thing with it,
Yeah.
it looks good. Um, I felt seeing watching that trailer felt a little long for it to be, and it kind of sucks the fact that they didn't put the release date on it on the showcase, but we found you have to find out after the showcase, which is March of next year. No, and I think it's only
Yeah.
for that one. So it's
Yeah.
like, oh no, March 4th, it's coming to PS5 and PS4.
Oh, that was on PS5.
No, it's both. It's both. I just double checked it right now.
Oh, okay, cool.
So yeah, so I was like, it was beneficial to put that on there and everything. So since because we knew it was coming, but I felt there wasn't the trailer didn't show anything for me exciting. It felt like regular Gran Turismo just on a PS5 and everything. Nothing exciting as much, at least.
Yeah.
And all that stuff. I know there's fans and all that stuff. Like I said, my dad was a fan of that series. He stopped after two and everything. Because I don't think three would have. I don't think three. He didn't handle three well on the PS2. Um,
Mm.
but other than that, it's just more the fact of it's like I said, it's a good game. It's gonna be a good game most likely. I just don't know after playing even like because like I said, I'm more into Forza. I think Forza's now that has become that peak racing game genre and all that stuff. And where I used to think because I used to think Gran Turismo was that kind of thing, but I think her Forza with Motorsport and Horizon has already topped that. They have a long way to catch up in all. That's just me.
So moving over to Star Wars, Knights of the Old Republic remake.
You're cutting
Will
out.
be a time.
You're cutting out.
Hello. Hello.
You're better. You're
We
better.
good?
You're better.
Okay. Moving over to Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic remake. This is going to be a time exclusive for the PS5 and is currently in development.
Yeah. So
Thoughts on that?
so with that, so when I first saw this, because I've never played this game and all that stuff, and I've because it is on it was on the original Xbox. I actually have it for original Xbox, yeah, backwards compatibility, so I have it. Um, I did play a little bit of it, so it's like it's I didn't get that far. It was like a little early. I'm actually excited because like it is a game that's something that's like I've always been interested in playing, and the fact that they're doing a remake for this, all for it and all that stuff. I don't understand. There has been like a little issue of the fact that it's only on PS5 now. For those who don't know, timed exclusive means it's only going to be on this particular platform for a certain period of time. How long we don't know, and all that stuff. Uh, most time exclusive things can range from 6 months to a year, and then it'll come out on everything else. It is coming out on PC around the same time when it comes out on the PS5. It's just more of Xbox players getting away. But that just depends on the time frame of how long that's going to be timed exclusive. There have been people who have been like, "Well, this was like an original X. This was exclusive on Xbox. Why is it and all stuff? Does it matter? In all honesty, nowadays, like this is a really old game coming out. It's gonna come out on Xbox pretty. It is gonna come out soon. It's just not now. Just not around the same time as the PS5 version. Five. Um, well, I get it. I'm probably gonna get it on PS5 because it's coming out first because it's a game I want to play. You know, it's for that and everything. So, but I'm not
Right.
and everything. But I mean, like, I'm not gonna. But it's like so, like, which is one game where I'll probably talk. I'll talk about that after towards the end. Talk about everything else stuff about this showcase that I have a lot. It is a game I want. We don't have a release date yet, so I'm not gonna trip about it. It's ready. It's ready. And all that stuff. That's the one thing people need to worry about. Like just because this got announced, do not. It says now in development, so don't expect this within the next year or two, unless it's already that far progressed into the development for that stuff. But other than that, it's like I'm excited. I'm looking forward to it, but I'm not. I'm not gonna be like impatient about it.
I know someone who's excited for it that you probably don't think is excited for it.
Besides you,
Yeah, this guy used to play with me on the game. That sounded wrong. You know what I mean? Like
well,
we used to play
well,
with each other on the game.
it is coming on PC. The same day as PS5, so yeah, he'll probably be excited.
Yeah. Okay.
This
Moving
just
on.
depends on the PC if he can run it.
Yeah. He might just stick to the other one.
Yeah, he'll stick to the online game.
Yeah. So moving over to Wolverine. Awesome trailer cinematic. Exclusively for PS5, currently in development as well. What's your thoughts on the Wolverine game?
This is the other thing that Manny kind of almost spoiled for me in the group chat, and I'm glad I didn't look at the group chat because I would have been pissed. 'Cause I kid you, because I was like, it's the one thing about this game. It's gonna be developed by Insomniac Games. These are the same people that have done Spider-Man on PS4 and Spider-Man Miles Morales, and of course the upcoming game, what we're gonna talk about later after this. Um, so that's kind of exciting. The fact of that this is gonna be a Wolverine game, that this is gonna be a full-fledged standalone Wolverine game. Um, they didn't confirm, from what I remember, from what I've heard recently, from more info on it. I don't think it's related to the bigger, I guess you can say, universe within the Spider-Man games, particularly.
Right.
I don't know for sure if any other X-Men are going to be involved in this game. We don't know much about it as much because it's now in development for it and all that stuff. It is again coming exclusively for the PS5. Um, for this. And I think I'll talk about this more after we talk about the next game too. Because there's a lot of talk about some kind of this stuff too. Um, when I first saw the trailer, as soon as I saw Insomniac Games, I was like, "Oh crap, we're gonna see Spider Man." Um, soon as first thing it sees, you see the broken down bar. I'm like, I immediately was like, "This is not Spider Man," and everything. And then as soon as you see
Yeah,
Logan,
it's, Western Spider-Man. That'd be cool.
you okay? That's you. Me, I was like, This is not gonna be Spider. This is not a Spider Man. Um, This is not Spider Man. Soon as you see Logan sitting in the bar and all that stuff, flannel hat and everything. I immediately Wolverine and all that stuff. Immediately said Wolverine, and I was just waiting for the moment. As soon as it gets to the point where it shows his hands, I'm just waiting for the sound, and you hear it sink. I'm like, yes. So I was like, and everything. Um, Other than that, I'm excited for it. It's from I think it was like the creative director, or I forget the actual title. It's the same person that did Miles Morales, so that's gonna be cool. I don't know if this is something more of like a full fledged game, like how Spider Man is, or if this is more of a smaller setting kind of game as Miles Morales was. So, but that doesn't matter as long as Insomniac has done no wrong so far with Spider Man. In particular, I don't think they'll do. I think Wolverine's in good hand for this, and I'm very excited.
Right.
Uh,
Sorry, my mic was still muted.
okay.
So speaking of Spider-Man, moving over to Spider-Man 2. This also is exclusively for PS5. It's coming 2023. Venom is the villain. However, Craven the Hunter is possibly the second villain. Thoughts on Spider-Man 2?
So the reason why it says it's a possible one because they never confirmed it for Craven. But if you've watched the trailer and listened to the narration, how it goes, it more comes to the sound of Craven than it is Venom. Because of course Venom speaks at the end of the trailer, and you do see Venom himself, but you don't. Like I said, you don't see Craven. The people that because the cool thing about it also is like both Peter and Miles are going to be in this game, so there's going to be some kind of playability with playing with both of them in the sequel, hopefully. But who they're fighting are more people are of like that more relate to Craven the Hunter, that kind of stuff. Uh, ups, I wouldn't lie if I said I'm kind of upset that it's coming out in 2023, but yet I'm not surprised at the same time that it's coming out in 2023. Um, that way it gets its polish and all that stuff. We're not going to rush anything and all that stuff. So, and then that also confirms for the fact that we're not going to see Wolverine until after Spider for sure.
Right.
And everything
Right.
and all that stuff. Since we're already getting since because the Spider-Man one had a bit more gameplay shown than Wolverine did for that stuff. But I'm interested in seeing of where the story goes, and what we're gonna see because like in at the end of Spider-Man 1, there was tease of Venom. I don't think there was not much. I don't remember much of teasing in Miles Morales as much. If I could be wrong though, because it's been a while since I played it. For that, and then but the fact that I'm excited. The fact that this is like we're getting the chance of playing both Peter and Miles, and based off the trailer, there looks like there's some like team finishes and all that stuff. So there are gonna be some interesting things with that to see and all that stuff when it comes
Right.
to both of them. So I'm interested in seeing with that, what kind of abilities and all that stuff. Because also in the trailer, we saw the mechanical arms, spider arms on Peter, which is pretty cool. Hopefully the suits, hopefully what kind they're gonna have like different styles of suits, what kind of gadgets we're gonna get for this stuff, and I'm just excited. Again, this is gonna be PS5 only, so don't expect a PS4 version similar to um and everything. But the one thing I found interesting about this, hearing about this, like because this is more in relation to Wolverine being announced, is the fact that like these are heavily PlayStation exclusives, um, and we're not seeing these coming on to like Xbox or anything like that. Well, the thing is for the fact like Insomniac is a Sony owned studio, so of course you're gonna see this exclusive uh, PlayStation console and all that stuff
Correct.
and everything. With and everything. Same thing if something was owned by an Xbox owned studio, with a few exceptions currently though. Right now at the moment. Um. Oh wait, hold on. There is one exception on the Sony side too. MLB the Show. But that's because that's a whole other. But that's a different. There's a reason to that for that though.
Yeah.
And for that,
Yeah. I see the point.
yeah, there's a reason why MLB is now multi-platform, though it's being made by a Sony studio.
Yeah.
And then it's not, and but the thing is, it's like the people who run the like the video game side for Marvel and all that stuff. The best thing, what they always wanted and what they always need is like they want to make sure their property is in the best hands. Does that did that unfortunately happen to be at the time of Insomniac? Yeah. Well, at the time, here's the thing: when Spider-Man 1 was coming out, Insomniac wasn't actually owned by Sony yet. It wasn't until after Spider-Man 1 bought the studio and also. So there technically could have been a chance and all that stuff that Spider-Man could have been a multi-platform, right? I don't know if that was more of Sony as a whole company doing something like that because they do own the movie rights to Spider-Man and all that stuff, and it's like, oh, we can do this to promote how we can promote our movie and stuff to show. I don't know.
Right.
And all that stuff. But now that Insomniac is now a PlayStation owned studio, of course we're gonna see a sequel only on PlayStation. And of course the Wolverine game
Yeah.
being now also developed by Insomniac is gonna be an exclusive on PlayStation. I mean there's other games coming Marvel games that are out that's gonna be on multi platform. I mean, we have the Avengers and all that stuff. Though it had a rough launch
Rocky start.
and all that stuff, and it's still. I mean, it's not fine. I haven't played the Black Panther stuff, but so far it's great story stuff. After multiplayer stuff is, yeah. Um, we have the Guardians of the Galaxy game, which is coming out in October.
Right.
We have a new game coming out in next year called Midnight Suns. It's like a XCOM style game, kind of interesting.
Oh, okay.
And then what else? What that's pretty much it right now and all that stuff. I mean,
Yeah.
will the day come of an Xbox exclusive Marvel game? Yeah, I believe that can happen. They have the studios now for it and all that stuff, but it's just depending on what will work and all that stuff. But then again, it's like it's up to Microsoft if they want to do it themselves. So, like, be happy, enjoy it, and all that stuff. Uh, I think, and then I think this is more coming off of me because I own both. So it's like for me, it's just like I'm excited. I can wait and all that stuff, but because I have between now and then, I have stuff to play with and all that stuff that I kill time with and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But other than that, it's like, I mean, if you don't own a PlayStation game, a PlayStation right now, and yes, it is hard to get one right now at the moment, especially a PS5 and all that stuff. Well, I mean, hopefully by 2023, that'll be fixed by then. Particularly, I think for Star Knights of the Old Republic, Wolverine, Spider-Man 2, I think I think by that time, people will be fine of people being able to own buying a PS5 by that time.
Yeah. Hopefully.
I think at least and all that stuff.
Yeah.
For the game that's
Should
coming
be.
for a game that's coming out next year, though, that might be a hard one.
Yeah.
That's questionable,
Definitely.
especially
That it depends on how they market the Pro, right? Isn't the Pro coming out soon?
there is no Pro.
What's the new? What was the other
There,
PlayStation coming out?
no, there's supposed to be a revised model of the current model.
Oh, okay.
That's all it
Oh,
is.
okay.
It's not a Pro or anything.
Oh, yeah. There you go. Well, it depends how they market that one. I mean, if they do a better job with that, who knows? Maybe next year.
It's not. It's not. It's not about marketing.
The
It's literally about not marketing, not how to market the console. They can sell the console.
selling,
They can.
the selling certain way.
No, they'll be fine. No, it's more of
So more
just
people do it.
having enough to sell. To
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like that's what I meant to say. Like, as long as they can keep enough to where people can
keep it in
actually
stock.
buy them
Yeah, keep it
to
in stock.
purchase the games and play them. Yeah, I mean, depending on when they do this and how they do it, I mean, maybe next year we do get enough people having the console enough to have the games.
Well, there's already been articles about shortages on the chips. So
Oh shit!
yeah,
Never mind.
that's what I said. That's why I said next year is probably gonna be a little bit harder. Hopefully by 2023 is when Spider-Man comes out. It'll be better by then.
Yeah, definitely by the time Wolverine comes out.
Yeah, that just depends on when that one comes out
That's true.
and all that stuff.
Okay, finishing up our PlayStation talk with God of War Ragnarok. They revealed some gameplay. It's coming to PS4, PS5, coming 2022. This game is gonna be set a few years after the last game, and you will be able to visit all 9 realms.
Yep.
Okay, what are your thoughts on that?
Bro, I can't wait for this game. I'm so excited. I might do a second run through of the first game.
This game looks awesome.
In all honesty, and all that stuff, because I love God of War, and when it came out in 2018, that whole technically reboot, and what not a reboot, but I don't know the correct term for it and all that stuff. Like pretty much that story itself was awesome and all that stuff. I know people have their ifs, have like love, like it's not past games. I think for 20 for to bring out God of War in 2018 at the time of all that stuff, that needed to happen. That it had to be that kind of game. It didn't need to be what it was in the past. Every minute of that game, I literally beat it within the first week it came out. That's all I played that first week was that game because it was that good. I loved every minute. I loved the story and everything. I was so excited seeing Thor and all seeing Thor at the end of the game. Oh, that's one thing we have to talk about though, because when this came out, this got announced, they actually showed what Thor looks like in the game. Manny, are you muting? Are you muted again?
Yeah, I
Okay,
think he looks awesome. By
that's
the
what
way,
I'm
he looks
saying.
well. He's based on more
He's
actual
more
Norse
Norse.
mythology. Yeah, he's
Well, yeah,
more
because
Norse
well,
based compared to
it only
pop
makes
culture.
sense. It only makes sense because literally, like mostly everything of the last game is more North based and all stuff. So it only makes sense to make it somewhat more Norse accurate in a way, and all that stuff. And like seeing, because like every single character that I known of is totally different based off other versions of and all that stuff. But that's the cool thing. That's what I like about it though, and all that stuff because it is more Norse accurate in a way. And seeing Thor, I was like, cool. He looks cool. He actually looks cool. I was like, this actually feels like an actual representation of Thor and all that stuff. And all that stuff. But then people are getting pissed off for the fact that he looks freaking he's not an MCU Thor. I'm like, assholes. Who
Because
cares?
he's had a 6 pack and 22-inch pythons.
I'm like, who cares? Like in all honesty, it's like this is not a Thor that we this
This
is
isn't
not
Chris
Thor.
Hemsworth.
Yeah, this ain't Hemsworth or anything. This is a different person. Oh, overall, this is like a totally different Thor and all that stuff. Like the Norse Thor is nothing in comparison to MCU Thor and all that stuff. Like Thor
Yeah,
Norse Thor is a literal asshole and all that stuff.
yeah,
He's a literal
and
asshole
about
and all that stuff and everything. And it's
yeah. This
like
is gonna be awesome.
people gotta respect that and all that stuff and everything like that. I'm not.
Yeah,
I don't want to like seeing who he looks like. I'm like, fuck yeah, and all that stuff.
it's gonna be awesome.
Because here's like as much as like because I know of Norse mythology, but I don't know more of like and all that stuff to the point of like how they are shown in their representation and all that stuff.
Yeah,
And seeing Thor was like me. I was like, I dig it. I dig it and all that stuff. Like this is cool. And then of course
yeah.
it's and then
Especially compared to like how pop culture views them, it's kind of cool to get this like actual representation of them.
yeah. Because I'm fine with the whole. I mean, of course, I'm fine with MCU Thor and all Thor, how Thor is portrayed and all other things, and that's fine
Yeah,
because it's their Thor. I mean, the inspiration is from that stuff, but at the same time, that's how they portray Thor as their version and all that
yeah,
stuff and
correct,
everything.
correct.
And for me, it was like seeing Thor in the God of War. It's like that is cool. Like that is cool. Like that's awesome on how they're showing him and like this and everything like that. I'm excited for the fact that we're actually gonna get this travel all the 9 realms this time because I was upset for the fact that I didn't get to do that in the first one, and literally was praying for the fact that we do get to do the rest of them. But now we get to travel all 9 of them, which is exciting. and everything. I'm so excited because I every single the ones that were in the first one, beautiful. They're all amazing. The realms they had in there. The fact that we get to see everyone else now, I can't wait. I'm so excited. I'm excited to see the story, especially now that we have Acreus being a little more older now. Um, you can tell from the trailer how he's more angst and willing to do stuff. Though Kratos is more is trying to show him it was like there's more more than just fighting to get things done and all that stuff. It doesn't have to be a fight every single time, and Kratos knows that from his past life and all that stuff. And it's so cool. And the fact that we get the tier in this and everything because he had like a big aspect in the first game. Though he was never in the game itself, seeing him in this one and the second one is cool. And I'm kind of surprised because this game is supposed to end the Norse era of this chapter of God of War and all that stuff. This is the last game, so it's like we're getting an actual. This is not a. There's no trilogy to this. This is going to be the last game in this era of this story of the Norse era of God of War. So I'm excited to see of how this ends. I'm just excited. I'm just willing. I'm just want to play it now. I just give it to me now. Just let me play it. I don't care if it's a test build. I need to try. I need to play this game. Oh, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I'm sorry. I might do a second run through of this game. I know I mentioned that. I kind of want to do it again because it's so much fun. I might do it like on like the hardest difficulty though. Manny, just let you know you're. I don't know if you've been trying to talk or mute it this whole time.
You should stream it.
That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking of doing. I probably might do that, but I don't know if I want to do it now or do it more closer to release because
You should time it for a build up. Like approximately how long is it gonna take me for me to bake this game, and
on
then like try to do a good blend. You know, like try to how do I say it? Phase it
anticipation,
into a new one, into the new one. Yeah.
anticipation for it. Well, that's the thing. Like
So that by the time you finish
all we know is coming out. We do
number
know it's
one,
coming out next year, but we don't know like the exact date.
yeah.
So I'm anxious to see of what we do, what's going to happen there. Because I do want. Because like here's the thing, especially now with this in Spider-Man 2 coming out, I've been really anxious of wanting to replay those. Because like funny thing about that, I finally finished the DLCs for the Spider-Man 1.
Okay.
I finally finished those, and there was like this one part in the DLC where I kind of like caught early. I was like, this is why I should have played the DLC first before starting Miles Morales because there was a part in there that sounded so familiar how it relates in Miles Morales. I was like, this makes so much sense now. Um and
I didn't
so
play Spider-Man 1. I didn't get Spider-Man 1. I only got Miles Morales.
you what?
I got to play Miles Morales. I didn't get to play Spider-Man 1.
You need to play Spider-Man 1.
I know I want to get it, but
I would say oh, well you said you got Miles Morales, right?
no, I played it. I got to play it.
You just played it. Okay.
Yeah,
So I was
I
gonna
played it on
say,
the 5.
if you get Miles Morales, then that depends if you get if you get your 5 anytime soon. I would say go get
Yeah, 'cause
Miles.
the whole thing was I didn't want to get him because I want to get the 5.
Yeah. So
I
what I
wanted to
would say
experience him
is
in all their glory.
when you get your if you when you do get your 5, get Miles Morales, but get the I think it's the Ultimate or the Deluxe Edition or whatever they call it, because it comes with Spider-Man 1 remastered, so it's more updated
Oh,
with.
really?
Yeah, so it's updated with up to par with the PS5 stuff.
Oh, damn, dope.
Oh, so yeah, so that's
Yes.
so if you do get your 5 and then when you get Miles Morales, you want to get that updated version.
Okay. I'll
You
just
see,
do that then.
you see if I
You
can.
just get a book. What is it, like 80, 90?
I'm checking right now. Still time.
Okay. As he checks, we want to know you guys' opinions on the PlayStation Showcase. What games you guys are excited to see, or what games you guys thought were awesome. Maybe we did. Maybe it wasn't a big one. Maybe it was a smaller one. Um, Such as Gran Turismo or another game that we just didn't talk about. Let us know. We'd like to know.
Okay.
We want to
Okay,
hear you guys' opinions.
sorry to cut you off. So yeah, so
Uh,
it is the Ultimate Edition, and that includes because it'll include Miles Morales, the PS4 and the PS5 version, Miles Morales, and then
uh,
It includes Spider-Man Remastered, which is just for the PS5. There you have it, PS4 version for it.
yeah, yeah,
But yeah, so
yeah.
the Ultimate
That'd be
Edition
sick.
is what you want to the Spider-Man Miles Morales Ultimate Edition is what you want to get.
Okay.
I don't know the price because I already have it.
Oh, so we'll show you the price.
Because I'm looking at it from the PlayStation app and I'm logged in. I couldn't see it.
Oh, okay, yeah, yeah. So we'll show you.
So it won't show me the price. I'm gonna go on the website, but one thing I do want to say about the whole showcase in general, a lot of I so there was a lot of stuff that was shown. So here's the thing: was it started off with Star Wars, it ended with everything else that we talked about, including Gran Turismo. In the middle, there was these other games that were talked about also. The thing was about those games, none of them excited me as much as I thought they would, because and all that stuff. Well, I mean, like there was a few. The pacing on some of them didn't seem right and all that stuff. And to go off them and all that stuff. So the first the after KOTOR, Knights of the Old Republic, it was Project Eve, which was this animated style game that looked like Bayonetta and Devil May Cry had a baby. Um, th- uh, it was very long and all that stuff. Like for a showcase, it felt long, but if you watch it by itself, it seems fine for it. And then everything else that came was talked about there. They talked about Guardians of the Galaxy, Alan Wake Remaster, Rainbow Six Extraction, Tiny Tina's Wonderlands, which is the fantasy Borderlands, GTA 5 coming to PS5, though it got delayed to March. Kind of sad. I'm excited for that.
Yeah.
Um, what else was there? Yeah, GTA 5. That Deathloop, which is a game that currently actually came out as of the day we're recording this. So and that so like most of these games, when from my perspective of it, the beginning and the end were the only exciting parts of the whole showcase. Everything else in between was like, okay, cool, but what else is there? And all like what is exciting? Like literally, it's like Project E was interesting, but it wasn't something to excite me in a way. Plus, for the fact that it's like most of these games are coming out are either going to be multi-platform or coming to an Xbox later on. Um, so like, cause like, Guardians of the Galaxy, Alan Wake, Rainbow Six, Wonderlands, and even GTA 5, those are also going to come out on Xbox when they launch and all that stuff. Uh, Deathloop, which is coming out, which like I said came out today, is on PS5 right now, but it's a time exclusive and it's coming to Xbox later on next year. And the funny part about it, this is the studio that makes this game is now owned by Xbox.
Oh,
Yeah. So the only reason why it's still doing that because they're still obligated to they let the contract be obligated still. So it's still coming because it's going to come to
yeah,
Xbox, but it's just going to be next year. So it's like if you're lucked out, don't worry about it. It's gonna come on. It's gonna come to Xbox. Funny part about it now that this studio is an Xbox owned studio, you're most likely gonna get it on Game Pass when it releases on that day. Too.
yeah.
Me, I'm probably gonna buy it on PS5 because the game looks freaking cool. Deathloop. I forgot to say the name of the game. Um, Deathloop, which looks really fun. It looks really fun and everything. I'll probably might end up getting it. Don't know for sure. Um, KOTOR is actually a time exclusive. Also, we just don't know how long of a time exclusive it's gonna be. Um, Project Eve, which is an interesting one. It says it's coming to PS5 in development for PS5, but it never said if it's an exclusive or not, and all that stuff. So I try to look.
I thought because it wasn't. Uh,
I try to do research on. I did research on it. So I found this article from a website, Inverse. Tell me why the headline talks about it being a PS5 exclusive, but like how they do their article is like a Q and A kind of form thing, and it acts as one of the questions on there, like a FAQ kind of thing article style,
Hmm.
it literally asks is like, is Project Eve PlayStation exclusive, PlayStation 5 exclusive? I'm like, just the question alone there is like, why are you bringing this in the article when your headline says PS5 exclusive? And then like
Yeah,
it,
that
and then it mentions for the fact that apparently the studio that's developing the game apparently mentioned that it's supposed to come to all platforms, like Xbox and PlayStation, along with PC and
so
all that
then why
stuff.
was it?
So, so, so my guess is it is coming. So far right now, it's up in the air from how I see it. Yes, it was on the PlayStation Showcase, but it's just more of PlayStation grabbing the game to promote it on their thing and all that stuff. No mention. It didn't mention of anything of it being exclusive on PlayStation from the trailer itself and all that stuff, if I remember correctly, and all that stuff. All it showed was a PlayStation 5 logo. That's it. But then again, you're on a PlayStation Showcase. Why would you show an Xbox logo and all that stuff? Anyways,
That's pretty common for even cross-platform games. Whatever they're showcased on, they're gonna have the
no, they don't.
company's logo. Yeah, I'm
No, they
pretty
don't.
sure.
No, they don't.
I've seen a couple. I've
Nope.
seen a couple games where it shows an Xbox logo in front of it, but it's not an Xbox exclusive.
No, 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 no. I'm talking about promoting a game on on a platform showcase, more i.e. a PlayStation one and all that stuff. Like if you release a regular trailer on your own and all that stuff, yeah, that makes more sense. If this is presented by like say the developer or the publisher, yeah, that makes sense to promote all the platforms it's coming from. But if you're promoting this on a PlayStation showcase and all that stuff, you are not going to see a PlayStation logo, an Xbox logo on that trailer within that showcase itself and all that stuff. That was the same thing when they showed it on for Grand Theft Auto, for Alan Wake, Rainbow Six, and Wonderlands. There was no Xbox logo appearing at the end of each of their trailers, even though those are coming out on Xbox platforms.
That's what I said.
I think it sounded like you said
I
they.
said
It sounded like you said they do show the Xbox logo on there.
no, no,
Oh,
no.
okay.
What I said is like if you were to go to an Xbox showing, they would show the Xbox logo, even if the game is cross-platform and different consoles, because you're gonna show the developer's logo whoever you're at. That's what I said.
Oh, you're agreeing with what I said because I said you're because I pretty much said
Yeah,
it.
yeah. I was just rephrasing it.
Oh, mhm.
Yeah.
one is
I
one is your
was like, what?
one
I was
one is your phrasing, two is your audio. That's the only reason why that it was
I was like, what?
and all that stuff and everything. Oh, and Miles Morales Ultimate Edition is $70.
Okay,
Just to let you know.
that's better. That's how I was 80.
It's 70. So you're good. So yeah. So I think the pacing of the showcase was had its ups and downs. Again, the start and the finish of the show is what I enjoyed the most and all that stuff. But then again, and you can say that as a PlayStation fan because those are with the technicality exception of Star Wars, because those are exclusive games coming to that platform and all that stuff. And also they also announced Uncharted 4 and The Lost Legacy coming to PS5, remastered for PS5 and PC. I was like, okay, that's cool. All that stuff. But other than that, I mean, like, it's a good. As if people who are praising this as for, I think because like the thing is, if you're praising this on a high regard, I think you have some issues, right? I can accept it for the fact of how it ended and all that stuff. If you're judging it based on that, but if you're judging it on the whole thing in general with everything that was presented, something's wrong right there a little bit.
I mean,
Well, no, I'm just saying it's like like I think for me because I am I don't know if because it's just me because I am multi-platform and all that stuff, and then seeing all those games in the middle with the exception of a few because some of them are somewhat exclusive to PlayStation. Um, everything on there was like this is also on Xbox. So it's like because I thought you would we probably get a couple of like good exclusives like Sony Studio, PlayStation Studio exclusive during the thing, not all at the end and everything.
yeah,
and all that stuff. I mean, like I said, the exceptions were like Deathloop, Deathloop, and another game called to cheat. I don't know. Cheat. I can't even say it. Can't say it right, but it's TCHIA. And all that stuff. It was like towards the end. It was kind of cool. It looked kind of cool. It looked kind of interesting. Um, like those are like the few exceptions. But then again, with Deathloop being an exception of an exception because one is coming to Xbox later on next year anyway, so it doesn't matter. Um, like everything else was more of the fact is like this is on Xbox, so I don't. It doesn't excite me more in a way. I guess
Right.
and all that stuff because these are games already announced that we know about. Most of them were like I think Wonderlands like showed gameplay, so it's like that was interesting to see, but it just looks like more Borderlands just with a fantasy skin over it. Rainbow Six, I've already seen enough of it to be excited about already. Um, Alan Wake, it's not a remake, it's a remastered, so it's not like they brought it up from the they redid it from the ground up. Um, and then of course Guardians. That trailer did nothing for me. In all honesty, I'm not gonna lie. I was like the first trailer was awesome. That trailer, right? This trailer I saw at the showcase, I was like, eh, I'm still gonna play it probably, but it didn't excite me more. It didn't get me more excited for it.
Yeah. It was. I don't know about these games though recently. Like Spider-Man, Miles Morales was different. I heard Spider-Man, the game itself was awesome. Um, I didn't care for the way Avengers looked and the gameplay of it. I didn't care for it either. So I don't really know about Guardians, how that's gonna be,
Oh,
but
getting to
yeah, no, I was saying like the Marvel-based game. Like I don't know, but I mean, it's a game that if once it comes out and I see gameplay or I hear good things from it, and I think those good things as well, I'll probably look at it,
well,
probably get it.
they've already shown gameplay.
Yeah, but like I'm talking about like actual like streamer or YouTuber like full gameplay is what I'm saying. Where it's like not like somebody that's already played the game because he's made it or something. Like
I don't think I think this is just me how I see it. From that hearing that it's just I don't think the difference of seeing gameplay from when it comes from a demo from when it's announced to seeing gameplay being played from a streamer makes difference. That's just me though.
personally,
Unless like you're
yeah,
like unless it's like you're because like here's the thing like I've been iffy on Avengers and all that stuff. I've seen gameplay for it and all that stuff. I did all that stuff and everything like that. I remember watching it from I did watch it from a streamer, but that's because they played the campaign and all that stuff. I don't know much about I didn't know much about the campaign at that time and all that stuff. Because again, Avengers is more supposed to be this more live service kind of style kind of game and everything, and
yeah,
that's where it's been mostly heavy on in a way. Uh, did I play the? I think I played the beta. I did play the beta and all that stuff, and it felt fine and all that stuff. But the fact that I saw like the first couple like how the story sounded, then I was like, okay, maybe I might get it because that was the one aspect I was missing out of everything. Because I've everything else was more like I was already itching from what I've already played to kind of want to play it
yeah,
and all that stuff. But the like seeing this how the story went so far from what I saw, that was kind of that was like okay, cool. Maybe I'll probably get it. This is with Guardians in particularly. This is more just story based single player stuff. So already for me right there, I'm already kind of sold on. I don't know much about the story. Um, the fact of how gameplay works is more based off you play as Star Lord with the team around you and you use the team to do certain things. Um, it's different, but I will give it a shot still just to see what happens. Uh, and so I can't and you can't I can't relate Guardians to Spider Man because they're totally two different things and all that stuff,
yeah.
especially as a single player game too and all that stuff. But other than that, I'm kind of getting. tangent about that, but I was just, all I say is that the fact that it's like and all that stuff. I think seeing it on your own, no matter what, because literally so far what we've seen is just few story stuff, story trailer. I don't think it's. I think for me at least, if I saw a streamer play this, I don't think it would change my mind at the moment right now because it's still because like I've already seen the gameplay and all that stuff, and I've already know the aspect of it and all that stuff. That's just me though.
Maybe you'll watch your stream. I
Huh?
don't know if you're gonna stream it. I don't know if you're gonna stream it or not.
Ooh,
You.
depends if I get it though.
Oh, okay. Makes sense. Well,
If I get it, I probably won't because I don't think it's good. I don't know how it would probably or just the beginning of it. We'll see.
you want to kind of like enjoy it.
Pretty much.
That makes sense. I kind of play with that. I would do something, some games. Well, that's our episode for this week. I hope you guys enjoyed it. It was a shorty, but a goodie, some would say.
So we're in.
Um,
Oh, I mean, we technically already talked about football. Uh,
yeah.
we're not talking about the
Did you have
last.
anything else to talk about?
We're not talking about the last thing you entered.
Oh, that was just for jokes. Yeah.
Oh, but you still don't want to talk about it though, even though because it did come
Yeah, we can
out.
still talk about it.
I mean, it did come
The,
out.
so the,
We didn't get to do a reaction
like
because we
what?
already watched it, so it was like, eh.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, so for those of you who don't know what we're talking about, the Hawkeye trailer came out and it looks pretty sweet. So I'm not gonna break it down for you guys because you guys probably already seen it. Um, it looks pretty sweet. What you think about it?
This is the MCU version of Die Hard.
That I did get a lot of Die Hard feelings.
Stuff.
I did get a lot of Die Hard vibes from it.
This is the MCU version of Die Hard. I'm all for it. I'm all for it. Um, it's cool to see. I'm interested in seeing about the family aspect on Hawkeye on Clint's side because, like, I mean, it starts off with him with his kids and everything, that stuff. So I'm interested in seeing what like. Has he been in New York the whole time before seeing his kids, or what? Like, what was that all about? Was the trip to New York just seeing the Rogers musical and everything?
That looked hilarious.
That is gonna if there's not an episode dedicated to that musical, I'm a riot. Or like something like
If there's not a
not
real
heavily
musical,
not heavily dedicated to it itself, but like there's a scene like we see like an actual musical piece or like a and all that stuff from it
I
within it
think
and
we
itself.
are.
We probably are, and also based off the trailer. But I'm seeing I hope it's like an actual song or something like that, depending on music
Yeah, that'd be cool.
and all
Maybe
that
like
stuff.
the Star Spangled Man with the Plan. Maybe that one. I
No,
mean, because that's already kind of Broadway-ish.
no,
They
it's
just
not
gotta
gonna be.
spice it up a little bit.
Yeah, I don't know.
Uh,
I'm interested in I love the funny like the funny aspects to it. I'm interested in seeing so the cool thing about this is actually more in relation to the Matt Fraction Hawkeye line in the comics.
yeah,
Uh
pretty close to it too,
yeah,
right?
somewhat
Like
to it.
even the font and stuff.
Well, yeah, that portrayed it, but nobody like how like promotional stuff like trailers and stuff like did have that, but nobody knew if the story itself would or like
Right.
how the show would look like. It does show that a bit. I get apparently they're actually showing some more representation from that comic in particularly. Um, apparently it's because the one thing about the Matt Fraction run, and I think it's always been noticed in comics, uh, Hawkeye's always been deaf and all that stuff, and it looks like it's showing that in the show.
Yeah,
Um,
because he does have a hearing aid.
yeah, it shows like an earpiece of sorts and all that stuff. It could be like a hearing aid of sorts and everything. So it could be that. That could be that. There's something else that I saw they mentioned that was more representation. One of the character we saw like in the like with the red screen background and all that stuff that showed like just her face. Um, that is Maya Lopez. She's a in the comics she's deaf and everything, and but the actual actress that plays her in the show is an actual deaf. Manny,
We're gonna get
your audio. Okay.
graphics like that.
You're low.
Anyways, yeah.
There you go.
Hello. Hello. Here we
There
go.
you go.
We got me ready.
There you go.
Okay. I hope they actually like do like quite a bit of sign. That'd be dope.
We'll see. Like it's we only saw like a quick scene, like a quick clip of her face, so we don't know more
Yeah.
about it. And all that stuff. It seems like with Kate Haley Steinfeld, the actress who plays her, and Clint, looks like they have looks like they're having like a fun time. Looks like they're gonna be work well together, and I'm very
Right. Right.
excited to see that and everything. I like how it's like you have arrows more dangerous than this after like they exploded the van and everything. I was like, that's funny.
How dope would it be if like Hawkeye got a Yondu like arrow? That'd be dope. Pretty
Mm.
dope. That'd be
Uh,
deadly.
the Russian mob is also a thing from the comics too of the Matt Fraction run.
Yeah.
So that's
Um.
cool to see that.
Is it the red
The,
Samus? Not Samus.
give me a
Or is it
second.
Samus? Red Nation, not Red Nation.
Give me a second.
That sounds like a cool name though.
Give me a
Red
second.
Nation's a cool name. Uh, I don't know, but they're cool. They say bro a lot in the comics. I know that.
Yeah, they do.
I don't know
Uh,
why. They're like frat dudes,
the
I
Russian
guess.
it's a Russian mob, but I guess they're apparently called the tracksuit Draculas.
Oh, Tracksuit Draculas. That's a cool rap name.
Speaking of which, I like the scene when it's like uh Clint breaks the glass, they throw the Molotov, he catches it and throws it back at him.
Yeah, that's an awesome scene.
That was fun. That was
Sure.
cool.
Yeah, that is a dope scene. It's a scene where you're like, I wonder why more movies don't do that. It's just,
John Wick, maybe.
that's true. That's true.
Um,
Speaking of John Wick, have you seen the Matrix trailer?
I love how you go from Wick to Matrix because it's the same actor.
Yeah, yeah. It's called storytelling.
Anyways,
Um,
besides that, um, I'm excited. I like the fact that it's a Christmas theme style kind of show. Fitting that it's coming out on November 24th. It's supposed to be 6 episodes, if I remember correct, from what I heard. It's gonna be 6 episodes for this, so it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be interesting. This is gonna be cool. We got that. We got the 6 weeks, and that's gonna lead up to Book of Boba Fett. Hopefully,
yeah,
that's gonna be
and
cool.
also
That's gonna be fun.
Hawkeye's episode 4 is gonna land around the time Spider-Man comes out. That has no connections that I know of, but
Yeah, I
it
was like,
sounds cool.
yeah, no connection whatsoever. That's gonna be no connection whatsoever. Especially that since we know that this is around Christmas time. I don't think we're near that. I don't think we're near Spider. I
Yeah,
don't think it's nowhere near Spider Man and all
yeah,
that
yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
But yeah,
But it sounded cool when I said it.
when you said it,
Yeah,
yeah. But
but there's no.
I think the one question I have so far is, will we? I mean, it's probably gonna happen, but it's just more of just asking the question and all that stuff and making sure. Will we see Elena, especially after Black Widow post credit
I
and all
think
that stuff?
we are.
And I mean, it's most likely, but it's more like when within the show and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And like,
The real question
what is the
is,
purpose and where's it gonna lead to?
are we gonna see a scroll? Because every Marvel series has had a scroll in it. Every
Uh,
Disney Plus series has had a scroll in it. My bad.
Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
When?
Yep. At the end, post credit scene.
No, there wasn't.
It was in the background. You
No,
didn't catch it.
no, it wasn't.
Yeah, you didn't
No,
catch it.
no,
I'll send a picture to you. I'll
no.
send. I'll
Why are you
treat you a
bringing
picture.
up random? What? Name one in Loki.
The one that was at the TVA in the tracksuit.
TV. There's a scroll in the tracksuit.
Yeah, look up Loki
Was that
scroll, and there's like
was
he's
that the
like at the
first
main
episode?
station. No, it was like the third episode, I think. I know Loki's already in his TVA variant outfit. I know that. Um,
Oh, his TVA uniform, you mean?
yeah, yeah, I know that for sure. Um, and then obviously WandaVision.
Oh. Well, yeah, WandaVision, that one I know.
Yeah.
Hidden in hiding in plain sight. Oh, dude, I think that is the first episode.
Oh, it is the first episode. I love that.
Because you said the main like the lobby room, and I was like, that's the first episode.
Yeah.
Mhm.
The secret invasion is happening.
Yeah, but we don't know when that's coming out. We don't know when it's gonna come out, so we gotta. I'm not rushing into that yet.
Secret.
Don't say that.
Just
Don't say it's a secret. Don't say it's a secret. Don't do that. Don't do that.
only those who are gonna do the invasion know when the secret's coming.
Well, we don't even know what kind of how it relates because it's not gonna be representing the comic did
No, that we know.
and all
Okay.
that stuff. Well, I mean, like in all honesty, if it was, but well, first of all, the scrolls would have been evil.
Maybe they are. Maybe they are.
Oh yeah, there's like a backstory about what happened since Captain Marvel.
There's a backstory. Yep. Uh, I mean, we don't know.
Yo,
I
we
mean,
see Talos at the end of No Way Home and all that stuff after being Nick Fury along with his wife as Maria Hill.
maybe they're mad at Captain Marvel as well.
I don't think so. I don't think so whatsoever.
But then also, you don't know for sure.
Well, then, because it's not. I don't think it is. Why would they be
See,
upset at her?
us on the Secret Invasion Reddit and message boards.
See, that's
Uh,
that's where you
think
fucked up. You were on Reddit
I'm getting that on the Reddit message boards. Not for Marvel. Uh,
or
but
anything.
no, I'm on there for a couple things. On message boards, not and forums, not Reddit. I'm not on Reddit. I'm more of a Pinterest guy. Like to be on the Pinterest. I posted my first TikTok. Speaking of that, and then deleted it like 5 seconds after. I was like, I didn't like it. So that happened. Yeah. Anyway, Secret Invasion's coming. Coming soon.
We'll find
I
out
mean,
on Disney Plus Day.
yep. I mean, a scroll was in What If. So that was a thing.
That technically does and doesn't count in a way because what if it revolves around a multiverse? So that could be anything.
Multiversal Secret Invasion.
Honest. Um, yeah.
So I mean, What If is a great show. Love it. Amazing. 10 out of 10. Awesome show.
Can't wait for this week's episode.
I know. It's gonna be awesome. I thought today was Wednesday for some reason.
I mean, technically,
Uh, technically it
we're
is.
recording this on Tuesday.
Yeah. Yesterday I was pretty busy yesterday. Okay. So that's the podcast
I'm
for this
like,
week.
I'm like, are you gonna end it or what?
That's the podcast. I wanted to stretch it out a little bit longer. I don't think
Yeah, when
it
you
gave
got when you got quiet, you should have wrapped it.
enough. I was thinking of stuff. I was trying to think. I couldn't think of anything good. Uh, so that's the podcast this week. I hope you enjoyed it. It's a little bit shorter than usual, but I mean,
We have our
the best
reasons.
packages are always in the smallest boxes. Some dude on a Dunkin' Donuts drive-thru told me one time.
Dunkin'
Um,
Donuts sounds good.
I know it does.
Is
America
there
runs on
one?
Dunkin'.
Is there one in this area? In our like no, in like I mean like in the area,
There's
not
one in
like
my there's one in my area.
what is your
Going by
area?
food for this. Going by Foofurless.
There is no Dunkin' Donuts in this place.
Yeah, why Foofurless? Is it? What is it? Oh no, not a Dunkin' Donuts. What is it?
That is not.
What is it?
That is not a Dunkin' Donut.
What's in the donut shop? Not Krispy Kreme. What is it? I don't know what it is.
In the show.
Okay, well, that's the podcast. We hope you guys enjoyed. We hope you guys had a good time. We hope you guys laughed, cried, had all different emotions.
Question why Manny doesn't know anything about where we live.
Yeah. Yeah. So, hope you guys enjoyed. We hope you guys had an awesome time. We hope you guys have a good rest of your day or night, wherever you're watching this. So yeah, stay juicy.